Hey, I'm Wally. This is the Ferrous Life. Welcome back. Today I'm going to make a spring fuller out of this 5/8 piece of scrap round bar that I got. I've already pre-measured the center mark here with 2 inches on either side. And I figure I'll bend this right in the middle and then bend the ends out at the 2-inch mark and that pound that down to where it'll fit in the hardy hole. Then we'll draw this end out to be the spring, wrap it around, and hopefully that'll work out. Not exactly. So I'm going to try and leave it in a little longer than I did last time. I don't think I was letting it heat up enough. I get a little impatient. Speaking of last time, apparently my hammering technique was way more hammering than it was technique. So my forearm is all kind of, I think I might have pulled a muscle right up there from squeezing, like hanging onto that hammer so hard. So today I'm going to try to do everything with a little hammer. It's a 1 pound ball peen. Hopefully that'll get the job done. We'll see. That's been in there for a little bit of a while. Hopefully I can still see the marks. Probably want to use the tongs. Pull that out. That looks like the mark right there. See if I can get it down, bent down. Bang out the mark. Yeah, it's still a little warm. I want to bend it all the way over. I don't think I'm going to get it done on this heat. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. Come on, get out of there. My forge isn't that wide, so I got to get it bent all the way over in order to fit it back in there. I still don't think I'm letting it heat up enough. Third time's the charm. Nice and bent around. Now, see if we can get that down to 3/4 of an inch, fit into the hardy hole. Missed. Even though it's going into the hardy hole, and it's just for me, and nobody else is gonna see it. I would really like there to not be a whole bunch of hammer marks on this thing. It's gonna come down quite a bit. Oh. Definitely need some kind of a shelter to block out all this daggone sunlight. As much as I love being in the sun, it sure makes it difficult to see what color my metal is. I definitely don't want to be working in black, but I don't think it's going down to black that fast. But it sure looks black. Maybe I'll get one of those folding 8x8 things with the, you can buy walls for them. I did pick up a wire brush, which is nice. I'm gonna try and get a, maybe from one of the job sites I deliver to, maybe I could find another bucket, fill it up with water, because I do not have a slack tub, quench tank, anything like that. Not gonna lie, this is still, even though it's a little 1-pound hammer, and I think my technique is a little better than it was last time, still pretty sore. But what are you gonna do? I'm not gonna get a permanent injury first day on the job. So many daggone hammer marks. It's not even funny. Almost. See if we can bend this down flat. Come on, get out of there. All right. Try this. Well, what do you know? Looks like I almost got it right in the middle. That's almost to the tail. But this side is a little gnarly from wherever this thing came from. I didn't clean that up. So this is a little shorter, and it's going to get shorter. So I think this side will be where I make the, draw this down and make it into a spring. Whip it around this way. My wife's home. Hopefully she doesn't back into the camera. Alright, so that's the short side. So we'll put the long side in the fire. Luckily I left the brick separated back there. Hi, baby. coming along pretty nicely. I definitely want it to be thinner than it is right now, because when it comes time to bend it around, I'm gonna have to be quick about it. My forge can't fit very much, and if I don't bend it around enough on one heat to fit it back in there, I won't be able to fit it back in there. All right, I think this will be the last heat before the bend. And I think for the bend, I'm just gonna stick it in the hole and just, use the tongs and bend it around just to be quick about it. And then once that I get it bent around, I can put it back in there and work it around the horn to make it a little prettier. That's all in the head of an inexperienced man, so we'll see what happens now. To get everything nice and straight. Hopefully that'll be one less concern on the bend. Get as many of these hammer marks out as I can. I'd like it to be a pretty spring. Come on, get out of there. Not perfect, but it's doing all right, I think. What do you think? I think that'll do the trick. All right, I'm gonna heat it up one more time and then just let it sit here and air cool. I'll get it nice and warm, get it nice and hot, and I'll just pull it out, let it cool for a little while, and then maybe spray it down with some WD-40s. That's all I got. Eventually, I'll get some beeswax and some food safe stuff because I want to make like spoons and stuff eventually. But that's it. That ought to do it. Scrape the scale off. Let it sit. I believe it's called normalizing. I think I'm going to need a wire brush with a longer handle because that heat radiating off of there is still hot for my poor little new guy hands. I'll let that sit there and cool. Eventually, once it's cool, I'll go ahead and spray it down with the WD-40. I'm sure that's gonna stink. Not cool, but like not this hot. An actual black heat. This you probably can't tell. You can still see some red in there. Probably in the dark, it's pretty bright red. Let it sit. Cool down a bit. Spray it with some WD-40. Cut this long end off. Probably cut a little bit of both off, or a little bit of the top, and gonna match with the bottom because there's a little bit of a mushroom right there. Either way, I made a tool. Made the spring fuller because eventually I want to make a hardy hot cut. And I saw a video where dude made one and he used a fuller to make to isolate like a shoulder, and it came out pretty good. I don't think mine will come out that good, but I'm gonna give it a shot. And either way, even if it doesn't come out good, it's still gonna be my hardy hot cut, and this is still gonna come in handy down the road. My first tool. Thank you for joining me on this successful journey. My second forging and my first success. Come back anytime. I'm not putting that there because it'll burn.